Hey y'all, what's up? I am Sophie Joe, the host of It's the Sophie Joe, the Sophie Joe, the Sophie Joe Show. I believe this is episode 18. Thanks so much for being here. If you guys are new, I hope we do have new viewers in his house. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It's free. Hello, help a girl out. So this episode, we're kind of getting into a little bit of everything. There wasn't too much like just pressing issues going on in the entertainment world. So we're just kind of all over the place. We're going to talk about a little bit about Essence Fest that happened this past weekend. Yay. I'm going to give my final thoughts on Love Island as the season is coming to an end, and I'm so sad about it. We're going to get into Young Miami, Spin That Song, controversy. Cannot wait to share my thoughts on that. I'm going to touch a little bit on Real Housewives of Atlanta as that season is also coming to an end. And over this past week, I did some traveling to a couple different countries and islands, and I want to share my experience and just my experience with that. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Let's get into the show. So the annual Essence Festival happened over this past weekend. I wish I was there. Every year I wish I was there. But I don't want to just go as, a random person buying a ticket. It's literally one of my goals. And I'm saying this on this show so that it will manifest itself into existence. It is one of my life and career goals to be invited by Essence themselves to Essence Festival and either moderate a panel, speak on a panel, even just be there, period. So I'm putting it here on the Sophie Joe Show. This is episode 18. I am praying and hoping, and I have faith that next year's Essence Festival, or one of these Essence Festival, I will be there as a personality, a content creator, all that good stuff. But great things happened. There were amazing performances by Lotto, Cardi B. I heard put on an amazing set. There was a tribute to the late Aaliyah by Normani, Ryan Destiny, Seven Streeter, Maya, and Chloe Bailey. I think they did a great job. We don't really get too many tributes to Aaliyah nowadays. I think just because it's been so long that she passed. When Aaliyah passed, I think I was like 2. So, but she still made a huge impact on music today. So that was great. The clips that I saw of that. All those girls who I just named are very talented dancers, singers, performers. Of course, Patti LaBelle performed. I saw Duran Bernard on stage doing his one too. I love Duran Bernard. And then I'm sure y'all have heard about the little bit of drama that happened all over a picture. Kandi Burruss, Monica, Tamar Braxton taking a picture with other great people. And, it was a little bit of shade, a little bit of like awkwardness in the video that was being shown. I thought Tamar and Kandi were cool, but apparently not. Honestly, I can't even blame Kandi or Monica or anybody for that matter having, not beef, but just like a weird relationship with Tamar Braxton, because Tamar Braxton is very just problematic. Like, the girl can sing her face off, but her drama and her antics that she's always in overpowers her talent, and it's off-putting to a lot of people. So that's my quick recap of Essence Festival. Like I said, hopefully 2027 I'm in the building. Okay, since Love Island is about to end, basically, I want to share my quick thoughts, opinions, and predictions for when these couples get outside of the villa. Anaya and Carl, I know we all love them together. We're thinking Brandy, when she played the role of Cinderella, we love that whole situation that they have going and how he seems to really, like being around her and really like her. For some reason, I don't think outside of the villa they're going to stay together. I don't know why. I don't know if she's that into him is my thing. Zach and Kata. I think Zach and Kata are actually going to stay together, and I think they're going to be okay. I know we all have our little inside joke about Zach and Bryce and, Zach. But for some reason, I think Zach and Kata are they pair well with each other. It seems like they really get each other. And whatever Zach's into, it seems like Kata might be okay with that, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Melanie and Sincere, I don't know if they're going to last outside of the villa, but I low-key think they are. But aside from that, is it just me, or does Sincere seem to always have the perfect response and answer to any piece of controversy that he's in? Even with Him and Corbin, he had the perfect response. Like, he's quick to take accountability, almost too quick. He knows exactly what to say and how to say it, and I'm not buying it. So, I don't know. I think Bryce and Trinity will have a good chance at staying together, only if Bryce is truly 100% into Trinity as he is portraying. As long as it's not some weird, like, vibe, not weird, as long as it's not some weird fetish or like some weird, publicity thing that he's doing to make us believe that he's really into Trinity, I think they will be okay. Love Trinity down. And I heard she hit 1 million followers on Instagram, so shout out to Trinity. Keeping us laughing the whole season. Casey and TT. Let me tell you what's going to happen with that couple. When they get outside of the villa, Casey is not going to know how to handle the attention that he's going to get from just the world, and specifically from women. And I think he's going to end up cheating on TT. Now, TT seems like the type of girl who she has no tolerance for that. But because she was so headstrong on Casey is my man, my man, my man, she might forgive him. This is just a prediction. Who am I? I know nothing. It's just what I'm thinking. Kenzie, you're done. I have no comment for Kenzie. Low key, TT and Casey might win, or Sincere and Melanie, just because of their entire love situation from day one all the way to now. They're still together, so America might vote for them. Won't be getting my vote. I don't know who I'm voting for yet, but I think those are going to be the top 3 couples. Casey and TT, Anaya and Carl, and Melanie and Sincere. All right, the real reason we are here, I'm so excited to talk about this topic, y'all. Everywhere there has been so much controversy and just think pieces on Young Miami song Spin That. The song where all my scamming niggas at. In your bags, boosting in your lad. Boy, on that go, y'all back. Hey, it's just a song to me. It's a light, fun, summer song. She's climbing up the charts. Anybody getting to money legally, doing what seems to be they love, I'm here for it. It's just a song. But because of the lyrics in the song Spin That, she's talking about scammers and drug dealers and boosters and, just doing things that are illegal to get money, make money. First off, male rappers have been rapping and talking about these things for years upon years, and they don't get as much backlash as this Young Miami is getting. We have India Irie and the lady from the group Brownstone sharing their thoughts online about how this song is so dangerous to the community and it's a terrible influence and impact for our kids. What about the kids? What about the kids? First off, when they talking about what about the kids, I don't even know where to start, okay? Yeah, in the song she's talking about scamming, boosters, things that aren't so legal, to make money. But like I said, male rappers have been talking about drugs, sex, and killing people for years in music. And they don't get half of the backlash that Young Miami is getting in this freaking song. We know India Irie makes very wholesome, uplifting music. I am not my hair, what? I am not the skin. I am not your expectations, no. We know she makes wholesome music. That's her and her genre and her lane. We in a whole nother time right now. That's what I want people to understand. We not back in 1976. We're not in 1986. We're not in 1996. We're not even in 2006. We're in 2026. You know what that means? This generation, we are just more upfront. That's what I have realized. And that's what me and my sister and my mom have this conversation all the time. Music back in the day. For example, slip on your red dress, put on your high heels, 'cause baby, when we get through, I'm gonna show you. If you read between the lines, he's saying, we finna get it on tonight. We're about to do the do. Have sex. That's from back then. We bring it up to today's time. We saying the same stuff. We're just not using those metaphors. We're not packaging it in a cute way that's more appetizing and appealing to the masses. Our generation, we just say what it is. We getting tonight, she getting tonight, we getting The night begin tonight. Shout out to Gunna. We are just more vulgar. I'm tired of hearing about some of this stuff too. But like I said, it's the same type of music. We are just more upfront and bold with it for this generation. In the past, you guys sugarcoated things a lot, okay? Ooh, I wanna sex you up. Come on now, that's the same thing as who getting tonight, who getting tonight, we getting tonight. It's the same thing, right? Y'all don't like the way that it's being said because it's not as, like I said, appeasing. We can even take it back to don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. Huh? Oh, or maybe this will help you guys understand as well. Saving All My Love. Whitney Houston was talking about getting freaky with a married man. Come on now, we can't be that naive and that dumb. What about the blues song? I'll be the other woman. I'll be the other woman? And we talking about this generation's music is so, y'all have no respect for yourselves. You don't respect others. It's the same type of music. It's just more vulgar and explicit. We're not using those sugar-coating words to make it more appealing to you guys. It's the same message though. And then we have the lady from Brownstone, and I like that group, hey. She's saying, what about the kids? These songs and music nowadays it's harmful to the kids. It's influencing our children. I agree a little bit, but guess what? Y'all need to stop relying on these celebrities to raise your children. You can't keep blaming the music and the influencers and TV on the upbringing of your child. You need to stop being a lazy parent throwing that iPad in their face every 10 seconds because you don't want to be bothered. Why? Because you want to scroll on TikTok and social media just like us instead of being spending quality time with your kids, showing them the wrongs and the rights about the world. Perfect example. When I was growing up, me and my sister, my mom, she'll tell you right now, she from the old school. She wasn't playing all that, okay? Me and my sister were not allowed to watch BET at a certain time. We weren't allowed to listen to like rap music for real. Not like, yeah, we kind of never really listened to rap music for real unless we were like at a skating ring or with our friends or like things like that. But we weren't raised in a super strict household. My mama, she just wasn't playing like stay in a child place. And she didn't want us to be exposed to such adult content and language and music before we were old enough to even understand. But when we became teenagers and got older, we could do it. We had the freedom to do what we wanted. She wasn't letting the media, TV, radio, music raise us. She was raising us, but we were still exposed to it slowly over time as we got older. She wasn't relying on them. She raised her kids. And that's what a lot of y'all parents need to take note of. Y'all relying on these celebrities and these influencers to raise y'all's children. My final thoughts, I don't think the song Spin That is that big of a deal. If you don't want your kids listening to it, you think it's going to harm them and influence them in a bad way, don't let them listen to it. Y'all in a car listening to the radio station or playing music from your phone, and y'all are playing the music for them to listen to. Are they going to eventually hear these bad songs out in the world? Of course, but you don't have to be a part of that if you don't want your kids to listen to it. And aside from the kids, let's take the kids out of the equation. It's not a terrible song. We've heard worse. 21 Savage literally used to make or still makes music about murdering people, killing people, shooting people square in the forehead. And like I said earlier, he has not gotten half of the backlash that Young Miami has gotten about this stupid song, Spin That. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a song. If you don't like it, skip to the next song. All right, guys, let's switch gears and talk a little bit about Real Housewives of Atlanta as the season is coming to an end. We saw the seating chart was placed recently for the reunion coming up. I want to start by saying this. I don't know how the first chairs is K. Michelle and Portia. Portia, okay, whatever. I know she's the face of this show right now. K. Michelle gave us absolutely nothing this entire season, but I'm not used to this. These girls are crazy. What? She gave us nothing this season. Why is K. Michelle first chair? She gave absolutely nothing. And I'm going to give her grace and say, let's have her on next season just so we can fully see, if she warms up or whatever, because she claims she's so out of place and not used to this. Okay, girl. Next season, if she gives us nothing, you're out of here. You're done. And you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of Kelly, but I'm going to give Kelly her 10s. She, on this show, she has given us a storyline. She's given us a look into her actual real life, her financial struggles, her parenting struggles, her ex-husband struggles, her restaurant business. She's giving us what we used to watch Housewives for, to get a peek into these people's lives. She's not putting on a facade. She's not pretending to be something that she's not. Hey, I got to give Kelly her 10s. Angela Oakley, I don't know why, but she was caught in a lie, and she is having a hard time to admit it. Hard time. I mean, girl, you was caught red-handed in the lie, lying on Shamia. I don't know what the true underlying issue is with Angela and Shamia. I really don't know what it is, but it just seems like she cannot let go of her beef with Shamia. And Shamia's like, girl, I don't even know what we still arguing over at this point. I was really hoping that Shamia and Portia could rekindle their friendship. When you've been friends with somebody for that long, it's like losing a family member or something. So the fact that I know it's only going to get worse from the preview that they showed, I hate to see that. I really do. Because the parents got involved, and now it's on a whole nother level. So, dang. You know what I want from RHOA? I want more authenticity. For some reason, this season, last season, it kind of almost felt like the show was being forced to happen. Like these scenes set up going out to dinner just so we can talk about what happened at last night's event. Nothing is seeming organic on this show to me for some reason. Like nobody's having dinner parties because they truly organically are having dinner parties with not just the cast, but other friends. Remember old housewife days when, let's just say, Sheree was having a gathering at her house? We would see, yes, the cast members there, but we would also see like her real life friends and family like in the background or things like that. It seemed more authentic. Now it's just like, oh, we're setting up a scene, we're going to dinner. Oh, we're setting up a scene, I'm about to announce that I'm taking y'all on a trip to Colorado, knowing it's a cast trip. Like, it just doesn't seem authentic. And I am a reality, especially Housewives TV connoisseur, and they are starting to lose me. And I'm shocked at myself because I never thought I would say that. But I just need more authenticity and organic interactions and events and content from RHOA. For real. Before I call the lawyers. All right, we are getting close to the end of the show, but I wanted to share with you guys. Over last week, I was on vacation. I went to a couple of different countries and islands, and traveling to those countries, I was able to see so much, and it really just opened up my eyes even more that seeing is believing. And I think it's so important to expose yourself, or if you can, to just other lifestyles, other cultures, because it's one thing to see something on TV, someone living this amazing lifestyle that you maybe desire, or to hear about it from other people, to read about it in a magazine or a book. But to see it with your own eyes, it made me realize there's so much more to life than what I'm doing. There's so much more out there and so much more for me to see than besides what I've been seeing in my hometown. It really, I always say I want to move, but I really want to move now because there's just so much to do and so much to see. And going on that vacation just really opened my eyes and made me realize there's so much more to life than what you're just used to, your everyday mundane routine. All right, y'all know we cannot end the show without doing a little bit of inspiration from my quote book here. The quote that I flipped to today was this one here. And this is a quote by Wilford A. Peterson, published in 2006. It reads, "Champion the right to be yourself. Dare to be different. Live your own life and follow your own star." I love that because sometimes we as people, me specifically can get caught up in what others think. Not everybody, because I'm actually proud of myself. I have done a really good job over, I'm going to say, the last 5 years, maybe 4 years, of not caring what people think about me. I used to care too much what other people thought, and that was holding me back from being my true authentic self and doing what I want to do when I want to do it. But there are still a couple people in my life, very important people, who there are just certain things that I will and won't do because I'm just worried about what they might do, what they'll do without me, what they will do with me, what they'll say, what they'll think. So this saying, dare to be different, live your own life and follow your own star, is amazing. Because what if we went around the world trying to live our life to please other people? Then that means you're truly not living for yourself. You're living for them. When they're dead and gone, you're going to be stuck with self. When I'm dead and gone, they're going to be stuck with self. We are born alone. We are born in a silo, unless you are twins with somebody. So I think this saying, champion the right to be yourself, I don't want to go around trying to be something that I'm not, trying to be someone else, but I think it is okay to be inspired and motivated by someone who you may take inspiration from, but to emulate, is that the word, imitate? Emulate someone is crazy. We got to be ourselves. I got to be me at the end of the day. That's that quote. Hope that does something for you. Like I said, thanks for being here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. It's free. Hit the button. Jeez. Follow me on socials, the Sophie Joe, and I'll see you guys in my next episode. Hey, it's the Sophie Joe, the Sophie Joe, the Sophie Joe Show.